Round here, them guns get the last word.
Now I know we're all waiting to see what the next weekly trailer will be, but if you're following the developers on Twitter, you see that there's something else in the works. They're cooking. I have a bunch of tweets from the three lead developers, Harada, Michael Murray, and Ikeda. I'll start off with Michael Murray because there's some other things that goes back to topics that we discussed and it kind of wraps a bow on them and ends the discussion very nicely, but then we'll transition to the core of the conversation and get really deep into it. So the first tweet here, it's Michael Murray going back to the whole Leo argument. Yeah, I know, Leo's female. Harada announced it 13 years ago in Germany, but then he changed it and made it a little bit more ambiguous. Now he says Leo is just Leo and nothing else. Michael Murray has a tweet here where he was responding to someone who was being harassed on the internet. That topic was totally unrelated to Tekken. It was just Michael Murray just being a good person. There was a person here who showed up and was like, let's make this related to Tekken. Is Leo trans? Michael Murray says no. This reiterates the idea that Leo is and is only Leo. I just wanted to mention that as well because I've seen that discussion going on in the comment section whether Leo is or is not, but the developers is kind of making it clear as to what they want Leo to be. Now let's move on to another tweet from Michael Murray. This one was really cool in my personal opinion. Tekken is many things to many people. It's kind of frustrating when people think their taste is what everyone around the world wants. Now this can be applied to many different aspects of Tekken. You could talk about the balancing of Tekken, how someone say, oh, this certain aspect of the game sucks, and the developers should change the whole entire thing because I say so. Or you can focus it on the roster, this character, that character. There's so many different things about Tekken that people have opinions on, and there is a lot of people who act like their opinions is above everyone else's. I love what Markman adds to this, so I want to read his response as well. Also, when people post their thoughts / perspective, some people get really heated and angry. WTF. I really like what Markman says because that's his whole YouTube channel. It's just my perspective and my thoughts, but people act like it's an attack on them. It's like, how dare the Moonsault uploads to YouTube. It's just an interesting opinion that I see players have from time to time, especially on Twitter. But let's focus on the big news, the big announcement, what's coming next. It starts off with a tweet from Harada where he says, arrived in Seoul. This is in Korea. This tweet was really interesting. I took a screenshot of it. I'm like, okay, what is he doing in Korea? Last time he was in Korea, they announced Harang. So what is he doing back there? Harang 2? Baekdusan? Okay, no, let's not troll. A little bit later, he put up another tweet. 2 images. One is this media table with this little centerpiece, the Jin Kazama Ultimate Edition statue. A little bit later, you have Ikeda in the same room, 2 of the same images. In his tweet, he says, I have returned to Japan after dealing with the media in Korea. Next up is a tour of Europe and the United States. Get ready for the next battle. Now, this is where the shockwaves start to hit. He acknowledges 3 things. 1, he's talking to the media. 2, they're going from place to place to place to talk about Tekken. Now, at the time of recording, none of these places have spoke about whatever they're interviewing the devs on. They went to Korea, they had their whole little press conference. I tried to find any news articles about Tekken in Korea, but it seems like they're on hold. They're waiting. They're going to Europe next in the United States. Just now, at the time of recording, 1 minute ago, Harada has arrived in London and he's going to be talking about Tekken. Another tweet from Ikeda. This was responding to JB Styles about something unrelated to Tekken, but once again he says, thank you for your hard work. I'll watch it when I get back from the media tour. When I seen all of this, I was just thinking, what are they cooking up? Of course the game comes out in like 2 months. They want to get a lot of information out there. They want to explain a lot of stuff. You had some leaks that's yet to be discussed. You have the entirety of the story that's pretty much untouched. Arcade Quest is largely unknown. The Tekken Lounge, there's some gray areas. You have a lot of things that they haven't even touched on yet. And it's surprising because they said a lot about the game. They said so much about the game, yet there's still so much more to explain. And what I think they're doing is they're gearing up for a major reveal at the Game Awards. I really pray that I'm right on this because I've been talking about the Game Awards for the past month, and there's no signs at all currently that Tekken 8 will be there. We know they were nominated for a trophy, but that doesn't mean that they will reveal anything. They're not obligated to reveal just because they are nominated. But With the Game Awards being less than 2 weeks away at the time of recording, it would make sense that they would drop a bomb in terms of story, in terms of talking about Reina, Victor, give us a lot of juicy information like they did last time. If you remember last year, bro, they went above and beyond. And the fact that they're going from Korea, Europe, United States, they're just going around and around and around talking about some secret topic that yet it seems like they're gearing up for a major reveal. For those of you who made it this far in the video and still are not convinced, I would like to remind you of what happened 5 months ago. During the Summer Games Fest, Harada also put out some tweets saying how he was recording, he was traveling to LA, he was going around just doing stuff. I made a video about those tweets, and I also was saying a reveal of sorts will be coming. Now, even though the reveal didn't happen when we expected, we were expecting it to take place during a live stream. Claudio and the beta announcement took place after. The point is, when Harada starts to move and when Harada starts to put out tweets like this, a reveal is going to follow after. It may not be when we are expecting, it may not be when we predicted, but they haven't let us down yet. And this string of tweets from Harada that we're seeing over the past couple of weeks is definitely a sign of something coming. And just considering how close it is to the release of Tekken